Maybe I should play the theme.
Welcome to the Fred Stoller Stream with your hosts, Fred Stoller and Cody Shank.
Well, all right. Let's just see if I'm going to send this link. Hello, if anyone. All right, I'm going to send this copy link. What's up, everybody? Cody, so wow, when was the last time we did this?
It might have been. Was it last week or the week before? Last week.
I can't remember. Well, we got Clearwater Chad saying hello.
Oh wow,
So
nice.
people are getting the message.
Good.
Okay.
That is good. Scarlett.
Okay. So are we going to upload the story, or you want to play around with the other story? It's up to you, Cody.
Yeah, we can start doing some new drawings for the other story.
Okay.
I can just put all I have to do is throw on the audio, so we can just
right.
It'd be fun.
Let me see. Let me see if So I don't know if I've talked to you guys since I did the Over the Garden Wall meet and greet, and it was pretty amazing. It was I had no idea what a cult smash. See, that's a thing.
Nice.
The miniseries is, I don't know if Scarlett saw it, my accent, but well, Patrick McHale, who created it, was there. So, and this place was in a place, the Requiem Cafe in Anaheim, which does events like this. So they had 2 or 3 other voice actors from it. Nicholas Cross, who designed it, other artists from Over the Garden Wall. And speaking of walls, the line was around a wall. No, the line, they were waiting someone from 8 in the morning. It didn't start till noon. And we had to leave because it was getting so late, but it was till like around 7:30. It was like around the block, hours. And I had some Fred the Horse pictures. Excuse me. I could have even had no pictures because they had their own stuff. They had Over the Garden Wall books, DVD cases, everything. So it was pretty amazing. So that's the first cult thing I was involved in. So it was pretty crazy. And yeah, it was. You got to check it out. Now, Cody, you've seen Over the Garden Wall, right?
I have, yes.
Yeah. And people were dressed up as different characters. No one was dressed as Fred the Horse, but that's okay. But it was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I got a text from my friend Nancy, who was on this.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to, next time we know when we're going to do this, Nancy Berg, Dave Berg's daughter, would like to do this, talk about Dave Berg.
Oh, that'd be great.
Mad Magazine. So we gotta pick out a time when that would work.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to talk.
Yeah. Fred the Horse, yes. Hey, oh, I'm getting scared, but I can't think of names. I'm used to having it easy when the name was there. Don't tell me. Jeff Crone. I got confused when he's different. So I saw a movie with Bobby Carradine and Virginia Ben called The Lost Bus. Drive the Bus. It was very it's a true story. My mother used to say it's about a true story. And about these fires in California a few years ago, deadliest fires, and about this heroic bus driver. It was pretty crazy movie.
Wow.
Very intense. I recommend it.
What year?
It's a new movie.
Oh,
It's on Apple Plus.
really?
Yeah, I think it was
That's cool.
briefly in was it movie theater briefly? I don't know, but it's very interesting, very disturbing. The special effects, or as my mother would call them, the side effects. Now, is this working? Is this working? I think it's
Yes, sir.
all right. It's working. So, all right. So we're gonna fool around with a new story
Hmm.
about a shrink I saw. I was thinking, maybe make him look like Angelo from Fred and Vinny, just a
Oh,
big,
yeah.
kind of obese shrink sitting at a counter. His belly, maybe he can't quite fit into the restaurant counter. It could be funny. Yes, I'm going to hand out candy tomorrow. Maybe I'll live stream it.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I would assume it's going to be tomorrow because tomorrow's the 31st, is it? And it's a
Yeah, that's
Friday,
how
so it's perfect for kids.
it is. It would be great.
Yes.
Yeah. Could go as a bandit.
Yeah, or Breaking Bad, Walter White, which I know you probably haven't seen that.
Yeah, my brother has. I just haven't got time to do it. Here's a Devo hat.
Oh,
Like a
yes.
rare.
Yes. And you remember when we were in Toledo, these women, mother and daughter, I think, insisted me and Bobby Carradine with Devo.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. I should have remembered that. Yes,
Right.
that'd be a funny one to draw.
Yes.
Funny one to...
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Chloe's poking. She had food. So, Scarlett, what are you going to go trick or treating as? Maybe tomorrow I should put it. What was our Halloween one we once did?
The gate show.
Yeah, I know you did the one at Thanksgiving with I have to admit I haven't bought my candy yet, but I will probably run to Target or something. Just buy a bunch of random candy bags.
Nice.
What's up, everybody? Having a good time. I guess Jeff Ross's one-man show, The Banana, is over. Yes. So there's a new show. I love that guy, Tim Robinson. He always plays a normal guy in an office, but he's insane. And it takes place in Ohio.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The guy. Yeah, Al, what do you do that you do these long drives? Are you driving Uber or something? Jeff with the glasses joke. So, Cody, did you hear about that actress that a knifed? Wait. That stabbed her husband. I think Reese. What's her name? Did you hear about that, Cody?
An actress.
Stabbed her husband. It was Reese.
Really? Oh, Reese Witherspoon?
No, with a knife.
Oh.
You get the joke?
With a spoon. Hey, you got me to say it. You
Yes,
got me to say
that's how
it.
you do it. You go,
That's how you
Reese,
said it.
with a
Yeah.
spoon? No, with a knife, dummy. Supposed to say
Reason with a
dummy.
spoon. With a spoon.
Yes.
That's a good one. Where'd you get that?
Actually, Andy Paley told it to me. He loved those. They're called dad jokes. But
Oh,
then
right.
I reheard it somewhere else and I forgot about it.
Oh, man, that's hilarious. I like that one.
Now, yeah, you heard Scarlett. Reese Witherspoon
Uh,
stabbed her husband. Not with a
mm.
knife, with a spoon. With her spoon. Oh, with her
With
spoon.
her spoon.
With a spoon. Now, when you visited me, did you go to Van Nuys, California?
Van Nuys?
Yeah. Have you heard of Van Nuys, California?
Yeah.
You know why it's called that?
No.
Because these Jewish ladies were driving by and they went, Van Nuys, this is Van Nuys. Van Nuys.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's a good
my
one.
mother used to say, it's about a true story.
Right.
But yeah, I saw the movie with Matthew McConaughey playing. I'm so lazy where it's hard for me to watch a movie by myself.
Yeah.
So I need to. I went with Bobby Carradine to Virginia Bell. You told me to I thought Andy Paley did it. No, dummy, with a knife. No, I thought Andy Paley told me that joke. You sure? What other jokes do I remember? My cousin told me the dumbest joke when I was a kid. Now there were these guys, these idiots. They used to dig ditches, right? It's already stupid. This is the dumbest joke. No one ever retold this joke, right? And one guy goes, "I want to find out why we dig ditches." Yeah, why? And do not live stream with children. Oh, that's a good point, Al. Yeah, yeah, you can't film them. That's a good point. I think I told you that this last year was the first time in my life as an adult I ever had a trick or treater. I used to live in Manhattan in these, crummy apartments. There were no kids or families. Then I lived in uh, Los Angeles, like, you know, in West Hollywood, a gay neighborhood. There were no families. And then where I lived for 29 years, there were no families, just these. So this is like a very family area.
That's cool.
And talent release forms. Yes. So it was kind of fun. Some speaking of kids, some of the parents like a little across the street, like you go up there, I'm here.
Right.
And some parents come with the kids.
Right.
Could a red hat mark through at a diva con? You really did. Wow. So incidentally, Al and Jeff, who knows who Andy Paley was, this Saturday there's a memorial. Wow, it's already been a year he's gone.
It's crazy.
And
Wild.
in support of he has twin boys, young boys.
Mm-hmm.
They're having a little sale of maybe I'll buy some more of those t-shirts about the thing. This is my Dumb and Dumber shirt Cody designed.
Oh, hey, thanks. Yeah, you're wearing it.
So
Hey.
Flores sent me something on Instagram. I didn't know it worked this way. Do you do Legos? Do you know anything about Legos?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Legos they're good.
So someone
got?
designed a Dumb and Dumber Lego set, but they
Mm.
got to get funding or support. I didn't know it works that way. I thought Legos just does stuff, but I guess maybe a third party pitches Legos. So if you
Really?
so I for Where? Oh, in West Maryland at the senior center. Okay, that explains the long rides. And and all right, someone is on who could never comment. I won't say who it is because she doesn't like when I give away where she lives, her city. But there was where you live. I heard something on the news with like a big skidding rain accident. There was a lot of cars accidents, something like that. Tell me if I'm correct. So it's already making me laugh. The dice has no memory. The shrink came up with it, and I love it. The dice is going. I don't remember.
Right.
Yes, West Maryland. I remember Bethesda, Maryland. Wait, Maryland? It's right by Washington D.C. I think, okay. And I remember when I did stand up in Georgetown, there was a bridge. You walk right into Maryland. Oh, that's where the Vietnam War Memorial is. Of Michael Richards as Battle Boy on Fridays. Yeah. I remember watching Fridays with Gilbert Gottfried, this guy Brant von Hoffman, who was in the Police Academy movies, and because Larry David was on it, bunch of people, and he was concerned because he just booked Saturday Night Live, and he goes, "This is crap. They thought this was good. What if what I do is crap?" I was just so I got this this movie. Let me know. Al would have heard of it. I got it's called The Reincarnation of Peter Proud. It's the only movie where my mother took me and a friend to. My mother never took me to a movie. My father took me to one or two movies. I saw a bunch of movies with both my parents. It was a guy called Michael Sarrazin, and I got the DVD. I want to watch it again. And yeah, Al has grandkids. Norm told me, Al, about the time he met you. It was like, "Hey, I'm Pikesville Al." I guess you introduced himself. And okay, what the hell was I saying? I don't remember. But okay, yeah, I was telling the thing in Anaheim went good. What movie did I see with Gilbert? Oh, I was talking. So after we watched The Lost Bus with Bobby Carradine and Ben, we were watching on YouTube coming attractions of movies we want to see.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, put on Cat People because this is how it led to it. We saw a few movies with this guy, Vincent Spano. Yeah. And I'm sure only on this chain, only Pikesville Al and Jeff Crone know who Vincent Spano was. He's still really good looking. This hunky Italian guy. He was in a movie, Baby It's You, John Sayles movies. And he has a kid with Natasha Kinski. And I said, "You guys never saw Cat People?" So we showed a coming attraction. It's making me laugh, the shrink. I said to model the shrink after Angelo from Fred and Vinny.
Right.
And he's gonna love that. Lisa, if you're there, did you ever see Fred and Vinny? But Ben's hometown is the lamest city in Virginia. Virginia refused to include it when they split. I didn't know that. Now, Bobby Carradine did some event. They had some like parade or something in Virginia. My mother used to call windows winders. I may need to open the window in a minute. So, this is a funny story. So yeah, we showed the coming attraction. There was a movie I never heard of it. With Andy Garcia, he directed it like a romantic comedy set in Queens or Brooklyn. I forgot who the love interest was in it. And I think it was a studio movie. I never heard of it, but Bobby Carradine wanted to see it. Now, I don't know if I told you guys, but when I was in Ohio, your friend Mike knew more
Hmm.
about John Carradine than any Carradine, is what I
Right.
heard. Hey,
That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. He's a. Yeah. He knew a lot about the Carradines.
yes,
Very impressive.
yes. So what I've been loving the that guy Tim Robinson, his HBO thing. What else did I see? I saw this movie. It's a new movie. Well, it's 2023 with I forgot her name. Sylvia Sweeney or Sylvia Sidney. I get them mixed up. I think that's an interesting. Speaking of colors, this goes with the shirt. The girl in red helped me out uh, with the signing. I never had a signing like that where
Hmm.
she's a friend and I couldn't have done it because she knew how to set up PayPal, Zelle, but most people were doing it with this card reader. So she really helped. And she was the bad guy because some people would just go, "Oh, Fred the horse, sign it." And she goes, "No, it's $20." Like, I didn't want to be the jerk. "Give me money for my name." So that's who and she's Sydney Sweeney. Yes. Who was Sylvia Sweeney? I think there was an actress called that. And there was a movie with her called Reality. It was really interesting. I watched one episode of that show Adolescence I never saw. So yes, Roy Cohn. Wait. Oh well, thank Roy Cohn is he the one they based the Apprentice on? Um oh, which one was the great movie you were responding to? Uh a Reality? It's a slow burn. I don't want to give much away, but it's almost like a play. It's just two sets where these FBI agents are talking to this Sylvia Sydney Sweeney, and they're just talking. Um, yeah, oh, how many? We're just gonna be here a little bit. Oh, you didn't do anything. Nothing. We need to look at your house. Oh, you bench press, and they're just asking these innocuous questions. Oh, where'd you get your cat from? Oh, you got a dog? Does he bite? And all of a sudden, the questions are gonna get really intense.
Right.
So it's kind of fun. It builds up to oh yeah, all right. How long you been in this part of North Carolina? Oh yeah. Oh, do you know people? Any guns we need to a Glock? Okay. Where'd you learn that? And
Right.
it's gonna switch to be this badass guy, FBI agent. So it was really I want to watch it again. Um Fred and Vinny, she mentioned a great movie.
Hmm.
Well, a lot of people got mad about Fred and Vinny. One friend of mine I don't talk to anymore for other reasons, but you could have made any movie. That movie, why did you do that? It was depressing. You're going to a wedding tomorrow evening, and the theme song is "Over the Garden Wall." You know,
Wow.
uh, you know what? I'll do you a favor, because you're such a great guy. If you want, I'll do you a cameo as Fred the Horse and say, "Horse to meet you, everyone. It's Fred the Horse. No stealing at the wedding. Don't steal any gifts. I know Fred the horse likes to steal.
That's funny.
But yeah. I did have a shrink that set me up on a blind date. That's what this is about, this really ridiculous shrink I had. And I have trouble trusting my feelings on my own. So I remember I went on the date and I didn't feel like I was into her, but I thought, well, the shrink should know. He sees me as a patient and her.
Right.
And I remember I felt weird. And I said, I don't know if I'm into her. He goes, that's okay. I got someone better. So I didn't even put that in this thing. I like with the shrink that I have a better chair than him.
Right. I can imagine his chairs making that like a noise like this.
Yes.
Like
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So, Cody, have you seen any movies lately?
Well, I've seen actually. Well, one of the movies I've seen that I did not see before was sort of a Halloween one, which is Psycho. So
The original?
Yes, the original. Alfred Hitchcock.
And
Black
what'd you
and white.
think?
I found it very interesting because I didn't. The only thing I knew was about the guy with the lady in the shower doing this thing.
And
Yeah, and that's all
the
I
thing
remember.
people
Right?
do a lot.
And
um,
yeah,
actually, Quentin Tarantino has talked about this.
Hmm.
He even likes Psycho 2 better. The sequel was 20 years later, and it was pretty good.
Really? Now what? Now let's see the second one. That would be like in the 80s, 60s, 70s. I didn't know they made a
What
second
year
one.
was the first one? I'm
It's
just
like
guessing,
60.
69 or
Let me
I
look.
don't know. Someone, if anyone's near the internet. That's a weird Jeff, you got to get some
1960.
pictures of that wedding, over the garden wedding theme. That's crazy. I'm going to tape that picture with you and the cartoon card you gave me to the inside of my locker. That's great. Yeah, for the people, Lisa hasn't been here for a while, but we did an event in Ohio where Cody's from with Bobby Carradine. It made no sense because they did a screening of Dumb and Dumber, and then the question and answer was me and Bobby Carradine, who was in Revenge of the Nerds. So he kept saying, "Let's wrap this up." It makes as much sense if I was at a screening of Psycho and kept saying, "Let's wrap this up," and I'm not even in it. But what was I going to say? Well, that movie, I'm going to be a jerk and spoil it. That was an interesting movie, and one of the main characters gets killed almost right away.
Oh, really? And you're
Yeah.
talking about Psycho 2?
No, the first one.
Oh, yes. That was interesting. The whole movie was it started out with a whole different aspect that I didn't realize. I was like, oh, so this is like starting out with this whole like I don't know if I should spoil it for anybody who hasn't probably
I
seen
think
it.
it's like spoiling the Wizard of Oz. Well, I can't assume everyone's seen it.
Right. But yeah, you didn't realize there was more than one like she was kind of like trying to kind of run't and do her thing, and then she kind of finds herself like it got worse, and then everything just started to go downhill from there.
Yeah.
So
No, it's
I enjoyed it. It was like it kept you like, oh man, what are they gonna do? What's gonna happen with these people?
Yeah. Right now, Scarlett, so you none of you have had the time to watch any Robert Carradine movies? None of you were curious after meeting him?
Who, me or the
You or Scarlett?
Oh yeah, I do. I want to see. I need to get them out though, from the library or something, because I'm not sure. I know I need to figure out how to get the Revenge of the Nerds, and um, I want to see the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think you'd like that.
Yeah, so
Are
that'll be
those
fun.
available at the library?
Yeah, I'm gonna check. The I don't know. They might be able to. Let me check right now. Actually, might good to do.
Let me ask you something. Now that I look at it,
Yeah,
it's hard to say what I like better because I guess the way we've been doing it is a little text and the picture under it. There's something about the way you're laying it out that way. I kind of like too.
oh yeah, like kind of like a picture next to it and stuff.
Yeah, I can't decide. Anyone have any thoughts? Like we usually do it some text and then I guess maybe maybe we got to think that this will be on a phone
True.
and it's easier to read the text. Maybe if it was if it was ever a book, this
Right.
layout.
Yeah, we could do it with the like a little bit more like where the pictures are in the sides of it or the kind of floating around it. That could be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Halloween. What else? What other movies have I seen? There was the documentary about John Candy.
Oh, I didn't know. So they have one on John Candy, huh?
Yeah, and a guy who played Big Bird for
Oh yeah, I
40 or
think
50 years. I think I'm going to open a window.
open the window,
It should say pillars instead of pillows.
pillar.
Lobby CD.
That's cool. Let's see. We also watched yesterday. I watched a movie with AJ, the called Fat Man. And it's
Batman? A fat man?
Fat Man, which stars Mel Gibson, and
Never heard
he
of
plays
this.
Santa Claus.
I never heard of this movie.
This kid who gets coal sends a hitman to knock off Santa Claus.
I know the last few years he's done weird movies, not studio movies. Was it the last few years?
Yeah, I think it. Well, let me type in Fat Man. It was definitely entertaining because just the whole attitude of the film is like, it's sort of independent, but it's also kind of it's not bad really. It's got some good, like there's a lot going on in it. Also, Walter Goggins is in it,
Oh,
or sorry, Walton Goggins, or
Walton.
yeah, he plays crazy. He's the guy who's the hitman, who's kind of crazy. Um,
Hmm.
so it's quite entertaining if it's 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 definitely
Does he
worth.
get drunk and harass a cop? Jeff asked.
Um, let me think. I can't remember if there was that scene in there. I Let me think. Well, there's a part where Walton Goggins' character he basically just starts like shooting everybody that he sees, like the mailman and the but you don't know that until like a little later after he meets him, and then he's like just knocks these guys off, and then he gets to Santa Claus. Um, it's pretty entertaining. I don't know. Does he get drunk and harass a?
I think you would have remembered.
I
You
think
don't
I would
get
remember that,
drunk.
but maybe yeah. Uh, Unless I missed that. Yeah. No, I don't know. It was funny though. I'd say it's worth at least one watch for those who get kind of. He kind of reminds me of Mel Gibson's a little like kind of a Nicolas Cage where he kind of gets a little crazy. You
He
know.
was in a movie, and it's kind of funny. He ended up being that guy, Conspiracy Theory, where he was with Julia Roberts. It was pretty good.
Oh, really?
Freaked out about conspiracies, and I kind of think he's become that guy in real life.
That's funny. And that's Mel Gibson and what's her name?
Julia Roberts, I believe. I could be wrong, but I kind of think so.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. There it is. Conspiracy.
And I saw in the movie theater that movie. I think I told you it's the new Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn movie. I maybe it's one of those movies I need to see again, and it grows on me. I just was heard it's the best, the greatest, it's amazing, and it wasn't. I wasn't like, my God, it's. I mean, the guy's he's a great filmmaker, but
Yeah.
I was like, my gotta see this before people talk about it, and it wasn't. As my mother would say, I could have lived without it.
That is funny.
My
Hey, I want
friend
to
is.
also say that we want to thank Jeff Crone for a donation he just sent.
Oh my God, Jeff.
It's
Well,
so
I will
very
if
kind. Very kind.
Jeff, do you have my text number, or I want to send you the Fred the Horse cameo so you can play it there, whatever. And send me their names. Is it a wedding or a Halloween party? And I will give them a happy either wedding or whatever you want me to say. I think I have someone for you.
So I'm going to do the next drawing, Fred. What do you think? We have the one kind of the dice has no memory, and then we have
What's the intro? It's called Seeking Help. What would be the introduction one? Or maybe that it,
maybe this one, and then we could show the
yeah.
character's eyes bugging out or something with the other thing.
Um
Mm.
Wait, I saw a therapist named Frank.
Oh, sorry.
Um What if it's a therapist and he's got those awards on the wall like Frank is really a great shrink. Louis, I don't know. Louis Lewison, or I don't know. They have those certificates on the wall, or
Right.
um,
Yeah. I had this idea that was funny.
or me like a dating app trying to find a shrink. I don't know. Like going through the paper, like circling, like on the shrinks, and I'm
Oh
there,
yeah.
like because this is before apps.
It's called
I didn't
Seeking
carve any
Help.
pumpkin.
You're talking about like the intro picture, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I think I have someone for you, but
It
that
could
could
be like
work. But it should accompany when he brings it up, or
so it's like kind of like you'd have it like you circled like a
Frank the Shrink. I don't know.
yeah.
Like a newspaper where it's like shrinks or a therapist.
It could be like what do you think?
Wait, who's doing? Why are you referencing Louis C.K.?
Hmm?
I don't know. Probably the. I don't know why she's referencing Louis C.K. unless someone put a thing on that was.
Who's referencing Louis C.K.?
Scarlett. I don't know why she's referencing him.
Let's see. You could have it like this, and then
Seeking help. Well, what if it's like what if wait, I have another idea. Tell me if this one's better.
yeah.
What if um you know how you don't know that you wouldn't know this in Bowling Green, but like, or maybe you would. I don't mean to be condescending, but in
That's
cities they
fine.
always have like psychics, like come in for a reading, and
Oh, right.
like I'm outside like a therapy. Try Frank out. He's good. Walk-in patients welcome, and I'm like this. So that's kind of funny. Like,
So you can be kind of
and
like,
like some things like he's really good. Like like Fred outside, like pondering, like need a new shrink. Walk-ins. They call them walk-ins. Like barbers and everything.
would it be like a building? Is that what you're saying? Like kind of has a sign?
Like a storefront where there's a sign on
Oh
the
yeah.
window.
We got some of those around.
Because you said Lewis when referring to a guy, I wasn't even thinking of Louis C.K. Well, Lewis. Um, I mean, it's kind of, again, I always go for pathetic that a guy would, you know, pass a storefront window.
Right. So you could be like, yeah, it could be like here's the window where it says, it could be kind of.
Therapist. Frank the therapist. Well, Linkopedia.
Let me look up a storefront. Maybe get a little better idea. Frank the therapist.
Is that a good way to introduce it? It's crazy. I have this AI app, but
Mm-hmm.
you're only allowed about 10 a day, and then you have to pay for it. But it's insane what it could do.
Yeah, is that the one where you make your pictures move around?
Yeah. I did one where I was playing Arkanoid and I fell into the machine.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty wild.
Yeah, it's just
Frank the therapist. I saw you and Ben are messing around with the green screen.
yeah, I was at Ben's. So Ben, he
So how's Ben doing, huh?
he makes his living.
Mm-hmm.
Well, besides when he does commercials, he's got a good setup for self-tape auditions where people go in
Oh,
and
nice.
actors pay him and he tapes them and they send it in. That's how they do it now, which
Yeah.
kind of sucks because why should you have to pay to audition? But
Right.
but they say, oh, it doesn't matter. But someone like me is not tech savvy. I don't know how to set it up where it looks good and the lighting and the blah blah blah.
Yeah, sure.
So I was there and I said, let's fool around with the green screen.
Nice.
So I just said a few random things. And so, yeah, I was wondering that thing I hope one day we can finish Christmas in Florida about, I don't know if it would work if, like, instead of you animating my head, I would say, holidays have no meaning. Take the time, da 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 da. Or is my head or the body, and then you uh, dissolve into it.
Yeah, it would be interesting. Yeah, it would be might be kind of interesting to see what we could do with that. Maybe I could storyboard something out if you want to
I
try a
mean, would it
section of
make
it.
it easier that you can insert and green screen my actual face, tell your face, rather than animating the face? I don't know. Or I don't know if it's not easier, if it's not worth it, maybe we don't
Be
need
kind of
to.
interesting to just get a clip or something if you guys want to. Maybe I could do a quick rough storyboard, like just of like a few, like a second or something, and we could look at it.
I think my friend Abid may join.
Oh, cool. Who? Your friend? What's his
Now
name?
he is this guy who, when I say savant, where he knows everything about movies, TV, pop culture. They actually based the character Abid on him. Dan Harmon, who created the show Community,
Hmm.
based this guy on him. Who's I think the character was obsessed with. I forgot what he was obsessed with. I never really watched Community, but he's like kind of funny. Like he's obsessed with kind of mediocre sitcoms from the 90s, like the Wayans brothers, but he knows everything about French New Wave cinema.
Really?
Yeah, so he's kind of interesting. I thought he said he may join.
Oh, that's cool. I'll take a.
Yes, he was on the Gate Show. So there used to be a thing
Oh,
before the internet exploded in streaming called Channel 101,
uh-huh.
where Dan Harmon and Rob Schraub, and there was a whole community of people who did these little short films. And one of them was Justin Roiland, who co-created Rick and Morty with Dan Harmon, and a lot of them went on to do really good things.
Hmm.
As a matter of fact, I did a thing, played a cop in a show called the sitcom version of Two Girls and a Cop, and the guy who created what's it called? Uh, Over the Garden Wall saw me in that and gave me the part of Fred the Horse. So it was this really creative community that did a lot of, you know, amazing stuff.
That's cool.
I should have more water. Or it could be funny. I'm walking by and he goes, "Come on in." He's like, "Give it a
You
try."
haven't been
He's
there. Is
saying, "Give
like.
it a try. First one's free."
I like the first one's free.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Rob was Sarah Silverman's set designer on her show. Wait, Rob Schraub? Rob ran the Sarah Silverman. Yeah. The Sarah Silverman program used a lot of Channel 101 actors. It was created by Rob Schraub and I think Dan Harmon. And Dan Harmon had a falling out with Sarah Silverman, and he left the show.
Hmm. Yeah.
He's
Interesting.
not trying to get on. You know, you hear when someone's trying to get on, huh?
Yes. Yes. What was his name again, though?
Abed, Abed.
Abed.
I can never pronounce the last name.
Nice. Gonna get.
Secondhand embarrassment. Yeah, it was pretty risque, but it was fun playing a cop against type. It was fun when Angelo said hi.
Yeah, that was cool.
He's such a good guy, such an optimist.
Yeah, he has a great presence. It's great.
Linkopedia. Dana Eagle. Wow, I lost touch with her. How do you know Dana Eagle, Jeff? Yeah, she was in the Fred Willard segment. There was so much stuff about feces, it grossed me out. That could be a quote for the thing. Was there a lot of feces stuff? I don't remember.
In which one?
Oh, the thing, Two Girls in a Cup.
Oh.
I wonder what she's doing. She was very smart, ambitious lady. Very focused. Yeah, Steve Agee was in one of the episodes. Who's done really well. I think was Scott Chernoff in one. I don't think so. Amber Benson from Buffy did me a favor. She popped up in one. Of course, the late Bob Saget.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah Silverman was in one. The late Fred Willard. And Howie Mandel did me a favor. Mike Ivey, who's he had I forgot what the cancer was called, but he's totally in remission. He's doing well. He was in a bunch of Sarah Silverman episodes, and he went back to Mississippi. It's making me laugh. Hey, you! First one's free.
It's kind of like he's opening the door here.
Well, that thing you're wearing on your head. Why do you have? What is it for?
That is a Devo hat.
Oh, you actually got one for that.
This was a I don't know. So the guy who runs the ran the Finders Records for 50 years. This thing, it was definitely, it's probably something out of the 70s. This thing.
There used to be some game I had as a kid where you spun a marble around, something like that.
This is like Sorry or something.
I don't know if it was Sorry,
Or it's
but
like.
no, that was Trouble.
Oh yeah, you're thinking. Oh, Trouble. Yeah, or Headache or whatever they call it or whatever.
Justin Roiland. That's right. He was in Fred and Vinny.
Wait, he was. Oh, really? Maybe I missed that. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Now I got to shut the window. It went from one to another. Ugh. My name is Lysander Adelman. I don't know what Jeff Richards is.
Yeah, what happened to Jeff?
Maybe he's on a bus.
Yeah, he could be on a bus.
He took a banana for the road.
He took a banana for the road.
Best shrink.
Best shrink in the town.
Yeah, Scarlett said the same comment in two different ways. Yeah, he might be obsessed. That's a good point. Frank the therapist. So ridiculous. Like,
hey, come on, kid. Why don't you come in here?
Hey, you look like you could use hey, you. First one's free.
Yeah. Oops. Oh, let's see. We got a comedian record.
Oh, who's this? Oh, the comedy record sleeve guy.
When I thought about it before I thought about doing the sleeves in the comedy records, I wasn't sure if I even knew how a record player worked. And let me back up.
What?
Let me back up.
How do you not know how a record player works?
Well, record players have been around for a long time, but the devices that communicate between the record and the needle and the thing you plug into the wall and the thing that you don't plug in the wall, all those things are factors that I don't have anything to do with. I only know about sleeves. I only know about comedy records. I only know about,
What about album
this.
covers? You don't care about an album cover? Only sleeves?
Of course I do, but before you have the album cover, you have the sleeve. Before the record goes into the comedy album, the record goes into a sleeve.
Yeah,
And
you're right. It's first.
it's first things first. And I wish I still had that store, but people don't go to stores to buy comedy record sleeves anymore. They have
Did they
Amazon.com.
ever?
No. And that's why I went out of business so quickly.
Oh my
And
God.
it was, well, look, you could swear to God, you could swear to a liar, you could swear to all these different things. Aaliyah, Aliyah, Schmigel Smogel, Shirley Temple, you know, what is Eddie Murphy doing on a comedy record when Eddie Murphy is living in a house?
What?
No,
Why
there's
is he on a
nothing to
comedy
laugh.
record if he lives in a house?
Why would you have a comedy record if you could have Eddie Murphy go to lunch with you? Would you put him in a sleeve, or would you put him in a comedy album, or would you just put him in a seat? They're becoming obsolete, Freddie. And so are the idea of sleeves. People lose sleeves so easily. It's an extra step that most people aren't going to do. And you're saying if you're going to have an album, you got to have a record, but you don't have to have a sleeve. And I'm
So wait, when you
contradicting.
when you opened this store, did you have any consultants saying maybe this isn't a good idea? Did you ask any friends? Did you have an accountant saying, I don't know about this idea? Did anyone that kind of try to talk you out of it?
My accountant at the time only spoke Spanish. So we had a language gap.
I see.
Not like the gap that you would find in a sleeve for a comedy record album, or the gap you would find in someone's teeth, like David Letterman's. But what
Right.
we're talking about here is miscommunication. So my entire store was built upon the idea that I was going to be able to make the payments, the rent, etc., etc., etc. So it doesn't matter anymore, Freddie, because I don't have any of the sleeves. I made a bonfire at Bonnaroo last year, just inside the gates, and I sold cocktail napkins. I thought cocktail napkins is something people need but don't often buy.
Now, I heard one of your kids can't go to college. Your college money was put up in the sleeve store, and he's like struggling.
Well, and that kid of mine also only spoke Spanish, and there were rumors that it wasn't even my kid. I'm nearsighted, so I can see a train.
Did your accountant had sex with your wife? Is that what happened, you think?
I hope so. She needed it, and I couldn't fulfill her needs. She one time she said, I'd rather. This is what she said to me. I'm paraphrasing. She said to me, "You'd rather do it with a sleeve than me, wouldn't you?" And I said, "And what? Get a paper cut?"
Yeah, that's a logical explanation, but oh my God. So what are you gonna what do you have any other ideas for any stores, or are you done with stores?
I'm done with. I don't know. I have to do a lot of thinking. It's been quite a while since I had my store, and to have another one would be a tremendous ordeal, I believe. And I don't even have any ideas. So to answer your question, yes.
You would like to, but you don't have any ideas at the moment.
No, I have ideas, Freddie, but my ideas, they're not good ones. It's I'm the guy that came up with the comedy record album store, and then I concentrated on sleeves like an idiot. It was like Bitcoin. I should have
Yeah.
just invested in gold, but I got greedy because I thought, well, everybody likes albums and comedy and all these sort of things. So it was a gradual build and ended up being a train I just couldn't get on. And again, I use the Mex metaphor for train, but sometimes you can get on a train if it's stopped and nobody's going to tell you not to. But this was like the comedy record sleeve album business was like a retainer. If you don't remember to put the retainer into your mouth, it doesn't do you any good. And most people don't want to put things in their mouth unless they're getting paid for it.
Now, did anyone ever come into the store and say, "Ooh, sleeves," they got disappointed? It was only comedy record sleeves. Like, "Oh, do you have Aerosmith? Do you have Boston?" And you had to say, "No, this is just comedy record sleeves."
I had a lot of people come in wearing tank tops and saying, "I want some sleeves," and they misunderstood what type of sleeve store it was. And that's something that happens a lot in New York. People have their own ideas of what things are going to become and what things are going to be, how things are going to work and be implemented in one's life. I had a very narrow scope.
So when people wear a tank top, that it's a known fact that they're always looking for the sleeves that are off the tank top. They got to search for them.
They've got to search for them, and they're really only interested in sleeves during the colder months of the year.
So they walk around chilly in Manhattan, freezing, going looking for sleeves.
No, not Chile, only Manhattan.
Right, but they're cold,
Well, you know
and
that song, "I'm a cold-hearted man, I can't get no love." It's like that. Your heart becomes cold at a certain point, and you can only listen to so many of these albums. You can't listen to the sleeve,
well, yeah,
you
I
know.
look, I don't want to judge you, but if someone came up to me and said, "Fred, what do you think of an idea of a record store that only sells comedy sleeves?" I'd go, "It doesn't make sense."
And we don't. Back then, you would take cents. I would take 50 cents. Now you can't give anyone change. Is that what you mean, Freddie?
Let me ask you, we're doing a story now about a ridiculous shrink I saw. Now, have you seen any therapists because, your trauma of the store not working, or because some people said maybe you need a therapist, maybe there's something wrong with you, they would have these ideas. Have you seen any therapist?
I should see. I haven't physically seen a therapist, but I do the. I try to go through my problems when I'm on a certain app. If it has a help, the live chat with the help. For instance, if you're on Amazon and you don't know how to navigate from one thing to the next, you can hit the help button and a live chat agent will go on there. And
And you ask it
I'll talk about my emotions. I'll
with
talk about,
Amazon, with the Amazon help button?
yeah, I'll go on there and I'll say, look, I'm feeling depressed and I need some help. I used to have a record sleeve store and I'm still recovering. And people ask me, how many sleeves do I have left? And I can't answer that because I keep them in one room and I haven't been in that room in over 25 years. but it's enough sleeves that it's a fire hazard. Let's put it that way.
Well, please stay safe. You know,
That
uh,
didn't sound sincere.
well, when you said fire hazard, I hope you're not one of those hoarders that the place catches on fire because you throw things around and there's paper and flammable stuff. I was sincere.
I'm not a torter.
No?
I'm not a torter.
Hoarder.
I'm not a hoarder. I am a whore for sleeves. I'm a horser. I no, I look, I do jokes, but I could never do my own album. Maybe part of my depression and my lack of common sense comes from um, not being able to really become a comedian. And I really joke if I go and get a piece of pizza and the guy goes, "What kind of pizza do you want?" I said, "Well, what kind of pizza do you like?" And they go, "I like all of them." And then I go, "Well, give me all of them." And
Excuse
then
me.
all of a sudden, I just thought I got an applause break. That was weird. Um, what kind of a reaction was that from Cody? He just gave me a horn honk. Everything is sounding like I'm watching the football game now, the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins, and I notice a couple of the players I've sold sleeves to are not playing. And
Wait, you had football players come into your store and buy comedy album sleeves?
Wow.
well, what I like to do, my technique is to mail the sleeves to people as a COD. So I'll mail you sleeves and then I'll bill your credit card if you give me the numbers. It's a scam. I know it's a scam, but it's the only way I can kind of move these sleeves. So, and then I thought of packaging sleeves with sleeves. That could be my new store. You know,
That's a great idea. Sleeve
s-
within a sleeve.
sleeves
Mhm.
and sleeves. So you get the sleeves that go in your arms, and then you get the sleeves that go on the records. By the way, you could put the sleeves that go on the records onto your arms. You just kind of look like you're a kook or something, but you can do it.
My God. Well, you should be on one of those home garden shows about like my crazy obsession because you sound obsessed.
Well, I am obsessed, and that's because I got into dark voodoo magic, and I am I clipped one of my toes as an act of because if you it's an old Native American custom. People that are Native American like to be referred as indigenous, but if you can take the pain that is very difficult to take, then you will know that you don't want to inflict that pain on someone else. So if you were to get a claw hammer and just kind of smash yourself in the head a few times, then you know that, geez, this doesn't feel good. I don't want to do this to someone else. I had a person
That's a good
recently.
point because if someone thinks of hitting themselves, someone else with a hammer, they hit themselves first, then they realize this doesn't feel good. I shouldn't do that to other people. That's pretty profound.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
the other thing is, I think people don't really know how to respect a sleeve.
You know, I'm interrupting because Jeff just did a comment that I think is very clever. Sleeve me alone. That could be the name of the store. Hey, please leave me alone.
Leave me alone. But then people won't go into the store because they don't want to disrupt anything or interrupt anything. So leave me alone. Maybe they read the sign. It's almost like saying we're not open.
Yeah.
But that's an idea. I'd like any idea I can get. Any idea I can get, I will give a sleeve for any idea that I can get. And I've always said that. Um, the Phyllis Diller sleeve was one of my favorites. It was just a flat black mat, but it was the circle in the I like to call it the circular enclave. The circular enclave looked like almost like a diamond. So Phyllis Diller's diamond cut. It's a sleeve, and it's only on uh one of her albums that was never released. So I have that in my trophy room of all the sleeves. But I do have a room that is just sleeves, and it's a bathroom. and
In a bathroom.
it's in a bathroom. And a lot of times I've run out of toilet paper, and then I
Oh
just
God.
use the sleeve. So a sleeve is multi useful.
Oh, I like what he just said. I think you should sleeve. This guy could work
I
with me.
think you should sleeve now by Tim Robinson's.
Yes. I would you loved it if it was called that instead of I think you should leave.
But again, yeah, the connotation evokes uh a
Not
certain
being there.
idea that maybe you should just get out of here. And I think I thought of an idea of like sleeve me a river, you know, sleeve me a river, or from the river to the sleeve.
Oh God. Very
I don't know.
controversial.
I'm spitballing.
From the
But
river to the sleeve.
yeah, well, you just understood it.
What
You
is
laughed once
what's
and then you laughed louder later. I mean, you're getting degrees of understanding these jokes.
well refreshing in my head? It's just so absurd. That's why would someone scream out from the river to the sleeve?
Well, because water is a source of life and music is a source of sound. The sound of music. Well, of course, it's a sound. You could just say music and it's a sound, but some people don't really, some people only read Braille, which rhymes with snail, which rhymes with male. And you say, well, I thought these were genderless. Well, they've got a hole in the middle, don't they?
It's Slappy Bonaducci just suggested bridge over the river sleeve. It's not bad.
But Slappy Bonaducci, who I know from his memoirs. I mean, you guys don't recognize his work, but he was a Tinseltown hero. He was an autobiographical novel. So basically, that means if you're reading a biographical novel, you're reading something that is a course history in someone's life. And if you add auto, you think auto fixation, which, by the way, some people do use the sleeves to find sexual gratification and put themselves on the cusp of death, which is highly exciting. And I won't admit that I do that, but I do that.
Wow. Well, you are fascinating and you're very passionate. Do women find it
Okay,
attractive?
why is that supposed to be a picture of me?
I think so.
Why am I the size of Jackie Gleason or something? I look like the coach of the Alabama football team. This is disturbing. Although there's no sleeve.
Well,
I
well,
think you should sleeve.
I gotta admit, I'm the only one that never had a problem with Cody draws. Everyone on here who Cody draws is always upset. So Cody, you got to refrain from drawing guests. They
But
always get a little
I'm
upset.
also 4 or 5 times bigger than Fred in the corner. If you scan up, look how small you are. By the way, you look like one of those what do you call it? Well, you look. Yeah, I'm not going to say it, but if you scroll down, I know that I look a lot bigger, and that could be the visual, the perspective ratio. But what happened to my right arm? Am I without an arm on the right side?
How about leave it to Beaver?
Sleeve it to Beaver. Who thought of that one?
Jeff Crone.
Jeff Crone. Okay, well,
We met him in person in Ohio. Great guy when we did the thing with Bobby Carradine. I don't know if I told you what happened is that they did a screening of Dumb and Dumber. Me and Bobby got up to talk, do a Q&A, which made no sense because Carradine wasn't in the movie. He kept saying, let's wrap this up. I'm hungry. It didn't make any sense.
well, he might have a tapeworm,
Yeah, I think so.
and
He was
if
eating
not,
the whole time.
what did he? What type of foods do he eat? Because he looks like the kind of guy that doesn't really care what he eats.
I don't think
Perhaps,
he does. That's a good point.
and if you do that, that's how you get parasites. And by the way, that's what a sleeve was originally intended for. Before,
To take parasites away from records?
well, no, long before it had anything to do with the sleeves were independent from records and record albums for years. They were originally used as a parasite cleanse. So you could take a sleeve, ball it up, put it upside into your body, if you know what I mean,
Mhm.
and it would attract parasites and they would attach themselves to the sleeve. And then if you have a fishnet stocking, you put that on. That adds to some excitement. And then you kind of pull the sleeve out with the fishnet, or you could use fish line, and all the parasites will be stuck to the sleeve. So there's a lot of uses for sleeves. And again, I don't want to push these uses too far, but what I am saying is there is a supply and demand issue, and people just don't. You don't have to enjoy a sleeve. You don't have to enjoy a record to enjoy a sleeve. Sleeve
Uh,
me alone.
just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Just
You
leave
know,
me alone. I like that.
sleeve me a river. I like sleeve me a river because I love rivers.
Rivers would ruin sleeves, though. All right, Cody. I think we. The idea is. You don't need to draw the sleeve stuff. It's. Oh my God. Yeah, that's the real picture. What if there was a record of just me laughing?
If there was a record of you laughing, it would either be excerpts from a play, it would be a barn burner. Do you like burgers?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Burgers are good, and burgers kind of fit in the middle of a sleeve.
That's ridiculous.
So you could say, "Sleeve me a burger." If you were at the right burger shop and they were able to oblige, you would say, "Sleeve me a burger."
Bless you.
I can't.
And instead of putting the burger on a plate, they put it in the disc part of the center part of a sleeve. You know what his sleeve looks like. You could imagine.
I could imagine. Yes. How about yeah? Fred looks pissed off in this picture. She should be like, all right. Oh, no, no. I'm sorry. You closed in. That's good. Well,
Yeah, I called Brilly to say I don't have any time to do this, but I was able to riff long enough, and I
get a
hope that I
steak
was.
dinner.
What's that?
To get a steak dinner if you're ever in LA.
Oh yeah, I would love to have another steak dinner. But it's an interesting thing. I'm still getting over the sleeve business, and maybe "sleeve me alone" is what I need to say to people when I asked about my old record
Leave me
store.
alone.
Sleeve me alone. Sleeve me a
Do you have
river.
any? Do you have anything in your sleeves?
You mean up my sleeve?
Yes.
Yes,
Nice.
a lot of hair, and you can thank my mother for that. My mother was my mother was my mother was an Aborigine, and I met her years before I was born in another
What?
lifetime.
Okay, yeah.
In another lifetime. And this all came through me in dreams because I just quit peyote 3 days ago. So all these things, I'm having revelations. I'm having mixed messages, mixed metaphors, mixed drinks. I'm all mixed up, like the Cars album, which I don't have that sleeve. I used to have that sleeve. Somebody stole. My sleeve store was raided, and the only sleeves they took were an album of Boy George, Chris Christopherson, and Waylon Jennings. I don't know why. They didn't have any value. They didn't touch anything else. So yeah. Well, listen, I gotta go. I got a patty melt on the stove as we speak. I got it on level 3 of 10. So it could be crisping up at this point. So I probably got to get going. But
Well, it was again, it's just your passion is just so,
Yes,
inspirational,
inspiring.
inspiring.
Yes.
well, you could put a passion if you slice the passion fruit in half. You could also put that in the middle of the sleeve.
Oh God.
Although I
You go,
would
oh
eat it.
God, like this is a real person. I'm going, this guy's nuts.
Yeah.
It's like a puppeteer. You're so good. It's like when you're convinced a ventriloquist dummy is real. I'm like, this guy's nuts. I'm going, oh God. Like I'm a moron for just getting so annoyed how ridiculous you are when it's not a real person. Oh, but I went, oh God, he was gonna put that in a sleeve. Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyway.
Well, might I say a sleeve of dirty.
Nice.
Oh, so
Sleeve.
what Scarlett just said, someone should tell Jeff Richards that I think he's really good at improv and doing bits and characters. Someone should. Someone should. I may be the first who said it, but that I agree. Someone needs to tell him that.
Well, they can join me on my Instagram at the Jeff Richards. They can go on YouTube, the Jeff Richards show on YouTube, and they can go to patreon.com/the Jeff Richards show. So there's ways to find me and to interact and to join the join the sleeve army.
Look, wait, one last thing. This looks like a sleeve in its own way.
Everything
it
is
up.
a sleeve in its own way. I wish I had more time to get into it, but everything is a sleeve in its own way because everything has a hole.
I guess.
Mm.
Well, you're
Think
right.
about that.
This has a hole in the top.
That has a hole in the top. There's well, maybe not everything, but a lot of things have holes in them, and you can kind of build a sleeve around an
Who is
idea.
Patty Henniger? Do you have
What's
a
that?
Jeff asked, do you have a crush on Patty Henniger? Who's that?
Patty Henniger is the person that invented vinegar. Is that who he's talking about?
I don't know. I never heard of that name.
Well, if you've heard of vinegar, you've heard of Pinnaker.
Hmm. You are Linktree, Jeff Richards. Thank you. He put in the comments
Yep.
how to find your Linktree and everything.
Who did?
Cody.
Well, that's very nice, but really, what you want to do is go to you go to my link tree.
Well, that's what he put up there. Link for the Linktree.
Well, leave me alone then.
Are you wearing it on your sleeve?
Ooh, I like that.
I'm wearing again, you stumped me. I don't know what sleeve you're talking. You mean the sleeves I'm wearing now? No.
Ooh.
But the link tree has different links, but it's important to not get caught up in it.
Here's my Venmo.
Hmm.
I was at this things, and I had these things for people to pay for the stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
How did you make that, Freddie? How did you make that little thing?
The sleeve store. I said, I know you don't print. You got to have a printer in the back. Could you just do me this favor this one time? I'll buy you a sleeve at another time. It was very nice.
How did you know to make the Venmo plaque? Because I've done lots of shows on the road, and I just tell people what my Venmo is.
And they scan it.
What
And
is that, though? It's in plastic.
yeah, Zelle. You put the thing in the thing. Oh, it fell out.
Where did you get that, Freddie?
On Amazon.
Amazon what?
Well, Amazon. That's where you do your emotional help questions.
You can't assume anything, Freddie. That's my point. You can't assume. Not all sleeves are created equal. And not all slaves are. Anyway. Yeah, that's real nice. That's real
No,
nice.
I did it. I did an event that did really well for Over the Garden Wall. It was an animation show.
Yeah, everybody knows the show. You pretend like it's it's like going it's a
Wait.
show.
Oh, wait. 13th of so Jeff knows you're going to be in Mississippi.
That's right.
And do you know Mike Ivy?
I don't know, but it sounds like he was part of the over the wall thing with the ivy in the wall.
No. He's a guy I know from the 80s improv comedy scene. Great guy. I guess Jeff won't look him up because he doesn't know who he is, but he's a really good friend. Great guy.
Fred, I have a dedicated phone. I use it only for you and your live stream. It's
Like a bat phone?
like a bat phone. It's a Bat Live Freddy phone, Freddy live stream. I'm dedicated because I had that steak before. And there's nothing like 15-year aged ribeye bone-in cut steak. There's nothing like it, Freddie. And when you eat it, it just melts in your mouth. And I think you remember the tiny bites I took. I would just tiny. I ate the fat. I ate everything. Some people just trim the fat. I trim it and I put it in my mouth, Freddie.
Yeah, well, you earned another steak.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow for it. I'll take a midnight flight over there.
All right, I'm here.
All right. Well,
It's
listen, I gotta
fascinating.
go. I really gotta go. I got a paper route. I gotta bound these papers and get ready for tomorrow morning. So,
Okay, you have a good night.
okay. Good night.
Good night.
See you, Jeff.
See you, Cody.
Well, very, very fascinating.
Keep your sleeve rolled up.
Yes. I like that people in tank tops come into the store confused.
Yeah.
My God. Well, that's a great opening shot of maybe you don't even need him to say, come on in. That's just speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Scarlett is convinced most of the people he name drops in the stream, people he made up. So it's possible.
There's anything is possible.
The dice has no map. Who are you? And Mike is asking, where have you been?
Myers. No, I've been you've been busy, but managed to fit in a few movies, so I'll tell you what I've seen. That would be kind of interesting. You probably know most of them. I told Fred I saw Psycho. So that was cool. Like I have never seen it, so let's see what else was there. Oh yeah, hey Fred, you like the road shows, the Bing Crosby and
Yeah, those are
Bob Hope?
fun.
Yeah. I watched at night. I just had it on. The Road to Morocco. That one's pretty funny.
I saw this that weird movie. I forgot his name. A kid from Spain. Oh, I can't think of names. That old time guy. Where he was the manager of a circus, the bouncer or the security of a circus. It's kind of crazy. What's his name? I forgot. Old time guy. I'm going to send my friend a message. Someone on the stream that was asking about you. Never saw those. What's his name?
Yeah.
Old time guy. Oh, I can't think of his name. I don't know. The only Hitchcock movie I've seen is Rear Window.
Thinking about Twilight Zones are good for Halloween. Technically.
Oh, Eddie Cantor is the guy's name.
Eddie Cantor.
Yeah. He
What did he do?
I think I sent you this weird movie
Oh
where
yeah, the comedy. Yeah.
the comedy where he was a bouncer at a circus or the security guy. Just crazy. It was kind
How'd
of
you like
fun.
that?
It was fun, yes. Old
I was
time.
gonna get it out in the library. I saw that they have a collection of Eddie Cantor, so they have
Yeah.
like more than one.
My friend my friend Greg loves Eddie Cantor.
That's funny. I'll have to check it out.
Let me see. Let me just see. Let me ask him.
Eddie Cantor. I said it kind of reminded me of like your kind of character. Like you could play that, like kind of a funny thing where you had this
Yeah.
character that's like,
Let me see if I can get it for him. Um yeah, my friend Greg calls himself Kid from Spain. Um one of his movies. I think he was a vaudeville guy. Well, not Alibaba Goes to Town. Let me see what it was called. I know I texted it to Cody. I will find it in a minute.
want me to retext it?
I'll find it. I'll look through my text to you.
Okay.
I'm looking at all the it was called So You've Been Busy.
Yes, but I'm hoping to have some things organized so I'll be able to be a little
Oh,
more available for
so
this.
basically at the uh at the over the garden wall, the first row of table were artists from it. And they would just draw a picture of one of the characters. And a
Nice.
few of them said, "Can you draw Fred the horse?" So I did some bad drawings of Fred the horse. See
Oh,
that?
that's funny. That's probably fun.
Yeah, some of them. I just started with the nose and no, I start with the eyes. Um,
Do you have any pictures of them or?
no, I think I texted you one or two.
Oh yeah, let me see.
I'll find the thing. I can't find the Flintstones. I'll find it later. So, do you got to work tomorrow?
I do work tomorrow. So-
I don't, was it Alibaba Goes to Town? I don't think so. I'll keep looking. I don't. Alibaba Goes to Town. I don't remember. It could be, but I'm going to take one more scan. What's up, everybody? He's so committed to the sleeve guy. I was starting to get annoyed how ridiculous he was when I realized, well, he's supposed to be ridiculous. He's just making up nonsense
yeah,
that he eats sandwiches with sleeves. But it was almost convincing, you know?
he kind of convinced you, huh?
Yeah,
Kinda-
that's how good he was.
Yeah,
Well, there are people that get insanely obsessed about something.
right.
John Carradine was in that, then we got to watch that. You got to give us a really good John Carradine uh, crazy horror movie that me and Bobby can watch and some of our friends.
Oops.
All right, I lost it. So, Mike, have you seen any movies lately? Or you working hard? Mike loved talking with Bobby Carradine about movies. I'm not too into scary movies. Actually, I think I told you a movie I can't watch, which is too scary. Well, real life, like The Hurt Locker, because it's really soldiers getting blown up because it's real. That's more scary. And I can never get through Cape Fear with De Niro. He's so scary. So that real life is more scary than a ghost or something. Just that's my answer about scary movies. Whatever that is, I think it's funny so far. Got to be there. There used to be this comedy booker, and he'd go next week, Tuesday, the brokerage pub. Be there. Were those Bobby Carradine recommendations? I think Bobby recommended Honora and Michael Clayton. What'd you think? Honora was funny because it was so insane. Those what'd you think of those movies? I'll give him your report. Be there. This guy, there was kind of something wrong with him, but he would book comedy clubs. Tomorrow, Tuesday, the brokerage pub. Be there. Be there. Mike, I got a question for you. I'm going to go get some water. Let's discuss the most depressing movies. I got my answer. I'll be going to get some water. Please be there. Be there. Got to be there. Be there. All right. The most depressing ending to a movie. I won't give it away. Well, I'm giving it away saying it was so depressing. Was the Stephen King movie The Mist. A movie that depressed me for a week because it reminded me of my mother was Frances with Jessica Lange. Did anyone name some of your most depressing movies? The ending of The Mist. My God, that depressed me. The Stephen King movie.
I'm trying to think of what if I had one that was like depressing movie.
It was a movie Scarecrow with Al Pacino. That was disturbing. Very sad. What are your favorites? My favorite Stephen King movie was The Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Misery was kind of crazy. Fried Green Tomatoes was depressing. What is this illustrating with the girl to the back? I like it.
This one was like the date went like kind of apathetic kind of moment where you kind of like nobody really was into it.
I forgot what the context of the story, but I like the picture a
Sure. Yeah.
lot.
Let me look at the. Bring this up. Whoops. There's the banana for the
Oh,
road.
the one he set me up with.
Yeah, yeah. This one was. I figured he knew in the moment. So he said, "Our date was brunch, and she was nice enough, but there was no mutual spark."
Sorry for the chewing of watermelon.
I don't know. Maybe it's not the right picture.
Still,
Maybe she could. Maybe you guys. I mean, I don't know. It was just sort of like maybe she doesn't need to be on her phone. Um,
I like it though. I just didn't know what it referred to. Oh, you know what movie depressed me? That one a few years ago, Manchester by the Sea.
mm,
Did you see that movie, Cody?
no, but what was that one about?
Very depressing. I
Oh,
think Ben Affleck's brother won Best Actor from it. Casey
really?
Affleck.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, but it was very depressing.
Trying to think of a movie that I watched that was like that, where you after you got done watching it, you're kind of like, ugh, you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I know that Clockwork Orange did. We didn't. I couldn't even watch most of it. I don't know if that was more depressing or just the whole idea was a little bizarre. But I didn't really. That was just more disturbing than it was like anything like that. Um, Content-wise, though, it was like. Let's see what he got.
Vampire Hookers and Satan's Cheerleaders. Oh yeah, Million Dollar Baby. That was a bummer. Yes. Well, the movie Seven was very disturbing. Yeah, Seven, and I didn't. Yeah, I didn't like that movie. Too disturbing. Got to beat. Take a banana for the road. You missed Jeff
Mhm.
Richards. He did a long bit about the sleeve guy.
Yeah, that was cool.
Got to be there. Be there in the morning. I'm combining that guy with Michael Jackson song. He used to do a song. Got to be there. Be there. Bicycle thief, yes. Yeah, we're gonna have a movie night, Mike. Bobby wants to see Cat People because of Natasha Kinski.
Is that an 80s movie?
Yeah, 1982. Malcolm McDowell, Ed Begley Jr. Tomorrow's Halloween. What are you doing for Halloween, Cody?
Well, Meyer, believe it or not, we get to dress up.
Ooh, what are you going to dress up as?
So I'm going to go as a ranger.
Did I have to approve it at Myers?
Well, they gave us the whole thing about, make sure you don't have too many like accessories and yada yada, that kind of whole thing. Like, a
Right.
bunch of stuff hanging out, or whatever could get lost or hurt people. So we're just basically I have a hat that I've had for a while of a ranger, and so basically I can wear uh like a green, kind of light green, like shirt. So I'm kind of thinking about like Yogi Bear, that whole like
Yeah,
link.
the picnic table.
So I got to have somebody to come with me to look like Yogi Bear. That's what I need. I need somebody to dress up as
Well,
Yogi.
maybe I'll fly in.
You want to fly in and be Yogi?
Yes.
You can steal some of the fruit and the produce.
Yeah.
Hey.
What time do you have to be at work tomorrow?
Tomorrow it's going to be 4 o'clock.
4 in the afternoon?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It's kind of nice though. Like you wait, you realize, oh, okay, it's nice when it's a little later. But then also it's fun in the if you go earlier because then you get off earlier, and then you have the nights. So that's why I'm excited
Yeah.
because like now I can do a stream at night after work with the new schedule. I'll be back by 7, so I'll have time that we can maybe
Great.
maybe pop in here and do a little more drawing
Mm-hmm.
more often, so that way we can keep that going. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. What department? I'm doing receiving, which that means I may not see a lot of people. Um, but
You unload things?
yeah, moving boxes out of the truck, and they've had this whole new thing where they pack the truck with robots.
Wow.
We're not there for that. That's like the before it gets to us. And yeah, it's just kind of interesting thing how I got there before they even did that. And now they're just starting to do that. Like it's weird. We had to use the conveyor belt to pull out things separately to organize it. But now the robot before it even gets to the truck that gets to us, the machine stacks it. And
Wow.
then we just have pallets to move around. So it's an interesting thing. I
Well,
like going out and helping people. It's an interesting thing. Like when you stock things, some people say, "Hey, I need help," and it's like,
I used to work in a Toys R Us very briefly.
really?
Yeah, and I remember going into the going into the thing. People would ask me things before I even got into work when I was going into the store. Hey, do you have da da da?
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't even get in there without even being like you get
Yeah.
to run back there before they catch you.
God, I don't remember much about that job. A long time ago. Toys R Us. I remember
Yeah.
I had some smock I had to wear for a while. The
Really?
Toys R Us, kind of like I'm working in a hardware store, or like the uniform.
Yeah. You were. So you worked at Toys R Us. Where was that? Like in?
Brooklyn,
Oh, okay, that was in Brooklyn. All right,
a place called Kings Plaza. One of the first malls in America.
Kings Plaza, huh?
Yeah. I worked in a place called Kosher King, not hamburgers, beef burgers. And
Interesting.
kosher meaning clean, all these rules.
Right. Yeah.
When did I work at Toys R Us? Let me think. Maybe 50 years ago, something crazy. I don't know.
Wow,
Crazy.
that's crazy.
Yeah. It's probably not there anymore. Well, most Toys R Us's are gone.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of disappeared. But
5 to 6. Well, if you want, do you want to just upload the other one, and that way we could put it on Substack tomorrow and continue this some other time?
sure. Yes.
Okay.
This is coming along though. I'm kind of happy with the
Great.
little.
Hopefully it won't be too hard, because just pictures of the shrink at the restaurant.
Exactly.
Do I remember a toy store called Children's Palace? No, I don't, Mike. I want to start looking online. Toys from the 60s
Mm-hmm.
and 70s to remember things I loved as a kid. There was this kind of weird shooting gallery where the gun was inside this plastic enclosure. Um, but I remember when we were working on the story, Christmas in Florida. At the end, I go in a toy store. My mother says, "Pick out any toy,"
Yeah.
and we were going to like look at old ones. And yeah, how can we ever get to that story? Maybe little by little. We'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. Also, yeah, if you want to try that green screen thing, I'll write something out. If you're, I don't know how far or close you are to Ben and
We're
or.
pretty close.
Oh, cool. Maybe I'll just like have you just do a little test or something.
Yeah.
Might be fun.
Tell me which lines you want me to do. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I think I mean, we might as well because it does shake things up when we have some new things to it, so we can see.
Yeah, maybe it'll save aggravation of animating if you just insert my face. And we did talk about that originally. Have real Fred talking it.
It would be funny. Maybe what we could do. I know we're brainstorming on this.
Sure, why not? What we
Through
do.
the world. But you could almost we could have like a book. So basically, we still have you talk about it and stuff like that. We still have to record you to do it, but you could almost have it like you're kind of opening up a page, and then when you kind of like, and then you're kind of looking at it, and then the thing shows up behind you, like is what you're seeing as you're looking
On the green screen.
Yeah, you
Well,
don't have to
maybe
have even anything in the book, really. I mean, it could just look like you're opening a comic that's like a cover, as long as it looks like you're actually opening it.
Well, maybe some of the illustrations you've done already could be behind me on the green screen.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I kind of liked how you kind of popped around. Maybe I'll look at some other things that have that in there, and then it can we could see what would
Well,
look
the template we always say was the Harvey Pekar one.
right. Like you're like in a box kind of thing, or
To let people know. I'm sorry. A while back, we played the very rough version of the thing about Fred Willard, Thanksgiving, and Florida almost drowning there. And it was taking a long time because Cody is now busier than ever. And that was animation. So that was taking forever. So we put it aside. But my friend Ben has a green screen. So maybe there's a way I can tell the story and behind me things pop up. Hey, thank you for joining us, Greg.
No problem. Hi, Fred.
Hey, I have a question for you.
Hey, Cody.
hey, how you doing?
So
Good.
I saw my first Eddie Cantor movie, and I forgot what it's called.
Yeah. Which
What's
you
the
don't
one where
remember?
what's the one where he was at a circus, he was a bouncer, there was security. Oh, I forgot, man.
Was it it was an old one from the early 30s?
Yeah, he wasn't singing in it. He was
He,
just
oh, he wasn't singing?
I don't
Wa-
he it was more
Was it Roman Scandals, Palmy Days,
Roman
uh
Scandals. What was
Kid
Roman?
Millions, Kid from Spain?
Not Kid from Spain. That I know you call your handle. So I'm curious how you got into him and if you could describe to Cody. I was talking about Eddie Cantor. I go, you're the expert. Why'd you get into him? Was he a vaudeville song and dance guy that got
I
kicked out?
I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert. I discovered Eddie Cantor sometime in my 20s. Somebody was playing an Eddie Cantor record, and I was like, I was like, holy shit, this is great.
Was it
because
sort of like Mickey Katz's or like Jewish?
well, that's a different era.
Right.
That's a different era. Eddie Cantor was started out as a vaudevillian. He was a song and dance man and comedian on stage, and then he became a movie star.
And which he does
Uh,
not look like any movie star.
no,
He's
he's a
not good
weird
looking.
looking guy.
No, in those days you didn't have to be that good looking.
But he was probably here's an interesting fact for the five listeners right
Right.
now. Um, is that Eddie Cantor was probably the first celebrity that figured out how to turn his celebrity into a brand. And
Really?
what I mean is, there was an Eddie Cantor brand, and he expanded into toys, games,
Wow.
Mhm.
publishing, magic kits, like anything. He would put his name on everything, and there was like an Eddie Cantor brand. He became incredibly successful, like one of the most successful performers of the 20th century.
And if I sorry to interrupt, if I remember correctly, he was in a Macy's Thanksgiving parade.
Oh
His
yeah,
likeness.
they had an Eddie Cantor float at one of those giant inflatable floats of Eddie Cantor, and that was like in the 30s, I believe.
Wow. How long has the Macy's been doing that? I wonder. I,
It's probably about since the time you were born.
well, I was born 58, but before
Yeah,
that,
no, they've been doing it for a long time. I don't know when the first one was. Probably around the turn of the century, I would imagine, or teens, or whenever Macy's opened in the teens or 20s. I don't know.
he reminds me of Rowan Atkinson.
Eddie Cantor.
Well,
Yeah,
that kind
well,
of comedic.
he's got 4 stars on the Walk of Fame for film, TV, radio, stage, and records. So five. What is it? I think it's 5 stars he has. He's one
I,
of the few that has like all of the stars.
Jeff says 100 years of Macy's. Wow. He
Yeah.
told
Okay. So 20s. That makes
so
sense.
you said he did a novelty song, and you said, "Who is this guy?" And you started like looking at his stuff.
His in the dawn of the early days of pop music, there were all types of songs, love songs, sad songs, funny songs. There was a whole genre of comedic songs, and Eddie Cantor was kind of the king of those. And the first song I ever heard by him, I think, was either called "Hungry Women," which is one of his songs, or it was "I'm Hungry for Beautiful Girls."
Wow.
And both songs deal with a kind of a timeless trope of the idea, and this isn't sexist because it's one of those stereotypical semi truths that I don't think is offensive, but the trope goes way back, over 100 years, and that's if you want a beautiful woman, you're gonna have to figure out how to feed her, and the biggest barrier to dating, as a child of immigrants and poor people in New York, the biggest barrier to dating is having to buy them dinner, and so there were a lot of songs dealing with this dilemma, and there's hungry women, I feed them and weep. That's the refrain.
Yeah, look, he got a
Yeah,
picture.
yeah. That, but find a picture of when he was in his prime, which was in the 20s.
Oh yeah.
What's that song? If you want to have a beautiful woman, you don't make her your wife. There was something like that.
No, you're so I don't know. Your head is like a Scrabble board, and you just shook all the tiles and pulled out
if you
random
want,
letters.
almost like that trope. I like if I want to use
Well,
the word.
but you're referencing a song from the early '60s, by I think a Jamaican group.
Don't make a beautiful woman
And
your wife.
it's called "Get an Ugly Girl to Marry You."
Right, because
And
they'll never.
if you want to be happy for the rest of your life,
Yeah.
Um,
never make a pretty woman your wife. From my particular point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you.
The guy in the right, I know who that is. Who's the guy in the
yes.
right? I've seen that guy in the right.
From F
Yeah.
Troop.
Is he from F Troop?
No, he's not from F Troop.
I know I've
I can't.
seen.
He's cut off. It's small. I'm on my phone, so it's really small.
Oh, I meant the guy on the left. Sorry.
Have
You're looking
you,
at the guy.
Greg? Have you heard of the old song "Huggin' and Chalkin'"?
Yes, yes. In fact, yeah, yes. Of course, it's hilarious. That's exactly the type of song.
What is?
I think Eddie Cantor might have done it.
Yeah, well, Jeff Crone, who's on it, he seems to know this stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Eddie Cantor did that song. It's about dating a woman so big you need chalk for. Yeah, um. What's another? Oh, another song that I love. A funny song is the other trope is making fun of women, and of like these just what they would call dumbbells. Literally, literally a dumbbell, like like a Southern belle, but a dumbbell, and they were the girls looking for a meal who were portrayed as being empty-headed.
How? Oh, I
And,
wonder how far back the blonde jokes go.
well, this all goes back to that idea
Oh,
of the dumbbell, and I that probably you could probably trace that back to Shakespeare.
what? Blondes being dumb in Shakespeare?
Yes.
Wow. So you've seen most Eddie Cantor movies?
But yeah, I think so. I think I don't know if there's one I'd missed, but I think so. But also, what's interesting is before he did features, he would do music videos. You could probably find them on YouTube, but you'll see early like music videos. What we would call a music video, but they would call like a musical short. Um, and he did them in the 20s, experimenting with early sound, even before the jazz singer. And also they did early Technicolor uh short musical shorts
Oh,
with
look
Eddie
at this picture.
Cantor.
Is that what's his name? Who's that? Al Hirschfeld? Is that a
Yeah,
Hirschfeld picture of him?
Looks like somebody Fruo or
yeah,
something.
that's not a Hirschfeld. That's something else.
It's so let me ask you, is the Three Stooges festival coming soon?
Yeah, it's coming in November. It's usually the last, like right around Thanksgiving, and at the Alex Theater in Glendale.
Yeah, that's Cody when he stayed here, he stayed on Brand Avenue.
Yeah,
And
it's on Brand Avenue.
so you love watching it even though you've seen almost every Three Stooges short.
Yeah, I still like going just because it's a nice tradition and a nice connection to my childhood, and I drag my daughters to it.
And did they like it?
That you have to be slightly more evolved to understand the Three Stooges, because when you're five, it's just a bunch of funny looking guys hitting each other. Why is he so angry? Uh, eh,
That's a
but
good
but
question.
they'll get it. They'll get it.
Oh, they had a movie, the Eddie Cantor story about like a
Oh yeah.
biopic.
Oh yeah. The Eddie Cantor story. That was made, I think, in the 50s. He lived, I think he died in 64. And
So
Fred and I, a little side story. Fred and I are good friends with Eddie Cantor's grandson.
Wow.
who's probably like 68 or something now, who's
Yeah.
kind of a character, as we could say.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
and
But he
Kip,
knows he knows a lot about Eddie Cantor.
well, the grandson, you would
Yeah.
think should.
I actually about 20, I don't know, 25 years ago, I I found, and this is like the internet wasn't even really that prevalent, but I found um the Eddie Cantor Appreciation Society.
Get out of here.
And seriously, and I joined. I became a member, and I talked to and there are like a lot of members.
Still
And
today?
and I still I'm a card carrying Eddie Cantor Appreciation Society member. And yes, and I talked to several people who were in the fan club that like just knew a ton of stuff. Oh, I had just I had just bought an Eddie Cantor board game from the 30s.
Get out of
And
here. He had a
yeah,
game?
and there was something missing from it. So I reached out to the members of the Eddie Cantor Society and said that I have this game from 1934, and it's missing these cards. Does anybody have these cards? I got like 6 responses. It's like, yeah, I have an extra set I can send you. And so they sent me the missing cards. So it was like it's like a real niche uh, fan club. It's like Taylor Swift, but you know,
Look what he just put up, a game. Look, tell it to the judge. Look,
yeah,
Greg.
that yeah. I have that. I have that.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh,
So what would you say he's the equivalent of? Al Jolson, or what? What would
well,
be?
he was very good friends with Al Jolson. Al Jolson was the one thing the things they had common were they both started out in vaudeville. They were both stars of the stage first. Then they were recording artists, and then movie stars, and they both did blackface, regrettably.
Wow.
Sorry, Fred. I'm talking to Kit. She just came out here wondering what the fuck I'm doing and who I'm talking to. And just before I called in, I smoked a little bit too much weed, perhaps. And
Hi, Kit. This is my little stream where Cody illustrates.
I'm on. You're gonna watch it?
yeah, there's like 20,000 people just saw you.
No, hardly any. This is the Fred Stoller fan club, which has 5 people, but
Yeah,
they're very devoted.
there's
You know,
more members in 2025. There's more members of the Eddie Cantor Appreciation Society than there are people watching this right now.
I would hope so. But no, this is a little stream we do where I just talk with Cody. He illustrates my
There's the
Substack
board.
stories, and
That Eddie
I
Cantor also, for those of you who don't know, he had these bulging eyes,
yeah.
and his nickname was Banjo Eyes.
Well,
And he learned to develop his wide-eyed stage stare when he was doing minstrel, because it made his eyes look whiter against
so
the
minstrel
chorus.
was very common.
Oh yeah, it was beyond common. It was
Blackface.
expected. It was expected. It was entertainment. It's like anytime you went to any variety show, there would always be at least one minstrel act,
Well, I'm
if
trying
not
to
more.
explain to Cody why tomorrow Halloween it's inappropriate. Cody's going to go with blackface, and he doesn't
Yeah.
understand.
No, bring minstrel back. I'm sure
Yeah,
that'll do wonders for your
Cody
career.
thinks he's going to go tomorrow, like as a black guy. And I go, no, I'm trying to explain the history. You don't do that. You know, it's you don't do that. But now Mike, who we were in Ohio with, he just said, I wonder if there's one of those for John Carradine fans. He impressed Bobby Carradine. He knew more about John Carradine than Bobby said any Carradine. He had this book where it has every John Carradine movie and everything. So he just loves that. But yeah, well, let me know if at the New Beverly, do they ever have Eddie Cantor movies?
Yeah, they have. They have. They've done a couple in the last, I don't know, several years.
For those who don't know, Quentin Tarantino bought 2 movie theaters, and one of them, the New Beverly, is more of a revival. The other one has new stuff, but he just now you showed your movie Dummy at the New Beverly. Is there a board of people like you go, hey, I'm
No,
pitching this to you?
no, they have a programmer. They have a programmer who works full time programming films, and they program whatever they want. But Tarantino has a huge collection of private prints, 35 and 60 millimeter prints, and a lot of the movies they show at the New Beverly are from Tarantino's private collection.
Now, I, I love your office. It looks like Bialy and Bigglestaff, whatever it's called. It looks like you're coming in to the producers and pitching. I haven't worked in 3 months. Come on. It like has that little chair where you feel like you're from the producers, and you have the desk where the agent sits. And come on, like it's a very cool office. It's you got now that for the people watching, we had a friend, Charlie Bragg, who is a painter. And if you could show the Sardi's one, is it Sardi's?
No,
That
Jason's.
Jason's, and he painted that. It's a pretty famous picture of all these patrons of Jason's in Hollywood. And he used to always say, only 2 of them are alive now. Remember? Maybe Nicholson.
Right, yeah.
And that was Charlie Style. Who's that? Next to George Burns, above George Burns.
Errol Flynn?
Oh, that's Errol Flynn. And that
Yeah.
one between the heavy guy. Now, did you know, Greg, that what's it called? Not Griffin Park, Runyon Canyon Park. There was a tennis court there that belonged to Errol Flynn. He had like a little compound in Runyon Canyon. Did you know that?
No.
That's what someone said. That was his property.
That's
We are
yeah.
we're due for a movie night.
Yeah, we got to do a movie night soon. Listen, I got to go get
I'll
my
let you go.
Halloween costume together.
Who are you gonna go as?
It's a surprise.
All
Yeah,
right.
there's that's Roman Scandals.
Oh,
You see, there's Banjo Eyes.
so does he bulge them out on purpose, or that's kind of how he looks?
Well, it's how he looks, but he also bulges them out on purpose.
Like
And
Marty
again, that goes back to minstrel.
Oh yeah, like Marty Feldman.
Yeah.
My
All
God.
right.
I'll let you go. Thank you for because Scarlett just asked, "Who the hell is Eddie Cantor?" So I
Well,
thought Greg
tell
explained it.
Scarlett to look him up.
I
Tell him
thought
to
Greg
go. This is
explained
what
it.
you do. You want to hear the quint. Everybody who's listening to this, if you really want to get the quintessential Eddie Cantor, go onto Spotify or YouTube or wherever and listen to "Whoopee" by Eddie Cantor. That
We're
was
making
one. It's one of his most famous songs. It's
Whoopi.
yeah, making Whoopee.
Oh, that's a lot of people have done that one.
Yeah, yes, that song's been covered thousands of times. It's now a jazz standard. It was written by Walter Donaldson, one of the great American composers. But that was his biggest hit, "Whoopee," and also it is also a comedy song.
We're making Whoopi.
I mean, if you listen to the lyrics are brilliant, and I think he may have co-wrote the lyrics. I'm not sure. He's co-wrote lyrics on certain songs, but the lyrics are great. It's really funny.
All right. Well,
Go listen. Go listen to it. Maybe Cody can play it for everybody.
All right.
All right. I gotta go.
All right,
I
I'll
gotta
let
go
you
try my
go.
costume on.
Okay.
Thanks for popping in, Greg.
All right. Thanks. Bye, Cody.
See you guys.
Yeah. Well, look up some Eddie Cantor stuff. That's what Greg loves. And
That's cool.
interesting. It's so funny how people are so famous. He was so famous, and hardly anyone has a clue who he is today. But if he was famous in his time, I guess that's what matters.
Yeah.
Like I was at the bookstore. There's a book on Barbara Stanwyck, like this thick, and no one knows Barbara Stanwyck today. Do you know who Barbara Stanwyck is?
Yeah. She played in
Double Indemnity.
Yeah, she's been in a lot of things. Wasn't she like in a Western?
Oh
stuff?
yeah.
She was. What was it Big Valley? Not Big Valley. It was. No, that's another person I'm thinking of. Barbara Stanwyck. Wait, let me look that up real quick. Yeah, I know that she was on that one. She was like the first femme fatale, like kind of.
Yeah, with Fred McMurray and
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's like in that. Oh yeah, Big Valley. Yeah, she was the mother in Big Valley,
yeah,
the TV show. We were always like amazed, like, oh, that's the same lady. She aged very well, really,
yeah. That's
from way
why
back
I didn't
to
watch
Big Valley 60s.
Murder She Wrote when it was on, but now I would appreciate it more because there's a lot of those noir guys that were on it later in life. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like I forgot. In Rosemary's Baby, Mike would know this. Elijah Cook Jr. was in the beginning of Rosemary's Baby. Guys from noirs when they were older would pop up in different things. Christmas in Connecticut. Well, we got to do Christmas in Florida one day. You have no
Right.
idea.
That's an idea.
Yeah, yeah, Scarlett. These are old time people. I guess you're not. You don't watch Turner Classic Movies, so you would be familiar with all these people, right? Do you want to, or do you need me to upload it for Substack tomorrow? Do-
Oh yeah, I have it all.
Okay, so you want to just do the usual time tomorrow?
Yeah, if you think that sounds good, like 9:30 would
I'm
my time,
sure. It
and then it'll
that would be
be
great.
6:30 your time.
Yeah. Lawrence Turney was a big noir actor. Yeah. Lawrence Turney was in Tarantino movie Reservoir Dogs. He
Mm.
was a crazy guy. He was on Seinfeld playing Elaine's father, and they had to replace him because he brought a knife to the set of Seinfeld. He scared people.
Wow.
He was a very crazy, kind of scary guy in noirs, and I guess he was
Yeah.
the same guy. Very crazy guy. Lawrence Turney, Elijah Cook Jr. was in Maltese Falcon. Yeah, they were like always bad guys. But well, it was interesting learning about Eddie Cantor.
Oh yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah. Wow, time goes. It was just Halloween, but I'll go get some candy, get ready for it. And so,
Some
all right,
Eddie.
look, for the few people watching, please give us a like on Substack when the story comes out. And this one's going to be a fun one with the shrink.
Yeah.
And Cody, okay, so when you get
Yes.
a chance, tell me what you'd like to say as an experiment at my friend's green screen for the 'cause, yeah, maybe we could mix up my face with the thing.
Yeah, I liked how what you sent me was kind of fun. I was like, okay, that's an interesting thing. I'm sure he's just messing around with the
Yeah, yeah.
tab. So I'm thinking, okay, this might be kind of interesting.
Well, no, my
Actually,
friend Robin took the green screen and she was able to put images behind it. So that's
mm,
if you're not able to do that, we could figure out or have someone tell us how to do that.
that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have some video editing stuff. If I have the green screen, I should be able to key it out, like get rid of the green and put you behind something. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You could just have things pop up behind me like, oh, this, that. Yeah.
that'd be cool. Yeah, and I can
Yeah.
direct it through like the storyboard. Be like he'll know what to tell to you to
Yeah. Yeah.
say, and that'll be kind of fun.
Well, we could just try a little experiment.
Like a little production.
Yes.
It's like film, comics,
Yeah.
whole bit.
Well, this was fun. It was too long since we did it, but it's
Oh
and I think we're at like 2,900. We need only 100 more watch hours, so we'll one day get to that.
yeah, yeah. I'd be
So-
interested to see what Greg. He probably knows this, but George O'Hanlon, who did George Jetson's voice, and he did that Joe McDokes thing, where it's like a series of comedies written by the guy who was the director for most of the Green Acres episodes.
Oh,
So it'd be interesting to see if he knows anything about those series. I think he would find those interesting. He's kind of like an Eddie Cantor. He actually
Uh-huh.
looks like Eddie Cantor. He does that thing with his eyes, like I kind of, he sounds like this, George Jetson, that kind of thing.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
but it's like he kind of looks like that, like kind of an Eddie Cantor kind of look.
Like I said, he reminds me of Rowan Atkinson, Eddie Cantor, that kind of, kind of
Right.
nude. Yeah. I'll get the exact title of that movie. I don't know why I forgot what it was called already.
Yeah.
But it's great catching up. I'm excited about the story, and let
Yeah.
me know. I could always go to bed and experiment, shoot some green screen,
That'd be great.
and yeah, just storyboard. Yeah, that might be fun.
Just like quick, just see what we could. I'll look at the story, and also I need to send that to you too. I'll send that when
Okay,
I know I said I would, and I didn't. So
it's all
we'll
right.
we'll get
Well,
there.
it was great. All right, well, wrapping it up. Any last questions? Again, thanking Mike. We talked today. Great talking to you, Scarlett, Jeff. Have a pleasant tomorrow. Have a safe Halloween.
Yeah.
I'll go get some candy, and don't be inappropriate, Cody.
I'll
I like to say ridiculous things, and
try to.
yeah, I know you won't do that.
I'll try and
Yeah, just try. Maybe just half your face.
It's the trying that matters, isn't it?
Yes, and I wonder when Jeff Richards will he'll go as the sleeve guy
Right.
who's so convinced there. It's going. He's a moron. This guy,
Yeah.
when he eats like sandwiches. So
Right.
it is it's a funny bit. I think he really went far with it.
It's a character.
Yes.
It's really a character, and I like your shirt.
Oh, well, now. All right, so
I
we
had
got to figure out how to sell. Oh, maybe I should put it on T Public. There's a certain resolution, but you've got a bunch of. I mean, I'm sure Jeff Crone and Scarlett got one when they were there, but one day we'll figure out how to sell them somewhere.
Yeah.
But this was a lot of fun. It was great catching up, and look forward to it being on Substack tomorrow.
Sounds great. Yeah, and don't forget to tell your face.
Yeah, if you're having a good time.
If you're having a good time, tell
Tell
your
your
face.
face. All right, Cody, I'll get going. You have a great night.
Yeah, you too, Fred. Good luck finding some of the candy out there in the
Yes,
stores.
I'll look.
All right.
Good night.
See you, everybody.